So who will it be in 2019? Welcome to all of our viewers around the country for the announcement of the first entries for the 2019 Vodacom Durban July. We've received 49 entries, which is lower than the norm, but certainly not lacking in quality. Amongst the 49 entries at this early stage, no fewer than 13 Grade 1 winners, including, of course, last year's winner. Do it again, and will he do it again? Well, of course, that'll all be revealed on the 6th of July this year at around 4:23 in the afternoon. We're 80 days away from the 2019 renewal of the Vodacom Durban July. So here we go with the list of entries received on or before 11 o'clock this morning. And we start off with Gary Alexander. Gary Alexander's got one runner entered, and that is, of course, last year's SA Derby winner, Hero's Honour. And what a season he's having thus far, and he certainly seems to be on track to be a live wire candidate for the 2019 Vodacom Durban July. Also nominated, only one entry from the Brett Crawford stable at this stage, the Investec Cape Derby runner-up, Charles, who currently races off a rating of 104. Moving on to the powerful Mike de Kock stable. And his entries is topped, of course, by the brilliant 3-year-old Hawam. Classic winner, rated 121. He certainly earned that rating and is touted as one of the best 3-year-olds in the world. Also nominated is Barahin, who of course won a Grade 2 race here at Greyville as a juvenile last year on the same day. Ali Asat, who races off a 105. Then the Investec Cape Derby winner, Achab, and his entries are backed up by Noble Secret, the Dazzler, and the relatively unexposed Protea Paradise. Moving on to local entry, Dennis Dreyer's got Lady in Black amongst the first entries. She races off a 117 and, of course, is proven in Grade 1 company. And St. John Gray has entered the very honest and well-exposed campaigner, Dawn Assault. Moving on then to Robbie Hill and Shannon Hill. Two entries. The Emperor's Club Stakes winner, Cam Ferratus, who earlier in the season also won the Flamboyant Stakes. She's earned both her graded stakes successes over 1,600 metres. Will she go 2,200 metres? And Robbie and Shannon have also entered the hard-knocking, classy Red Chestnut Road. Robbie and Shannon, of course, train at Summerfeld. Down the road at Ashburton, we find Duncan Howells, who's entered the classy Fiorella. She's been struggling this term as a 4-year-old, but certainly if she can bounce back to a 3-year-old form, which Sir run Oh Susanna to her neck in the 2018 Willavington, she's got to come in with a big chance off a merit rating of just 100. And the improving and highly regarded Thanksgiving completes Duncan Howells' entries. Moving back to entries from Johannesburg, Johan Janssen van Vuren has entered his Colorado King Stakes winner, Divine Odyssey, and that entry is backed up by the very talented Dusra. Dean Kaname has won this race so many times. At this stage, he's only got one bullet, and that is Silver's bullet. We'll watch his progress with interest. His rating currently is 91, but plenty of scope for improvement. Then moving on to Glenn Kotson, who of course won this race a number of years back. Eyes wide open, struggling to find his form that he showed when winning the Investec Cape Derby as a 3-year-old, is backed up by Herodotus. Paul Lafferty brings back last year's hope, Dark Moon Rising, recent feature race winner here in KwaZulu-Natal. And Waiho Mowing, he's shock winner of the 2019 South African Derby, which guarantees him a run in the 2019 Vodacom Durban July. And of course, I'm referring to Samurai Warrior. Then moving on to Andre Nell, head honcho. What an interesting runner. What a campaign he had last term. Don't forget, he won on Vodacom Durban July Day last year, winning the consolation race, the Betting World Stakes over 2,200 metres, ran third in the Sun Met. He and Run Red are the two entries from Andre Nell. Joey Ramsden brings us the classy 3-year-old Twist of Fate and the very talented filly Fresnay. Moving on to Frank Robinson. Roy had enough. Royce Rivera, Ariana Shadow, and Top Classman are his quartet of entries. And for Eric Sands, of course, the 2019 Sunmet winner, Rainbow Bridge, is amongst the first entries, and he specifically has the 2019 Vodacom Durban July as his mission. Then Justin Snaith, who will forget that he ran 1-2-3 last year, and last year's winner, Do It Again, will be hoping to do just that. Backed up by Oh Susanna, Made to Conquer, who finished second last year. The gold bracelet winner, Miyabi Gold. Double Mint, who's flying under the radar. Magnificent Seven. Elusive Silver, third in the race last year. Bunker Hunt and Platinum Prince. 9 entries from the powerful Justin Snaith stable. He may not hold all the aces, but he holds a lot of aces. And then his arch rival is Sean Tarry. Sean has entered Legal Eagle, who's looking to bounce back. Tilbury Fort, the Summer Cup winner. Return Flight, who won at Greyville as a 2-year-old last term and has been a classic winner this season. Zilzel, runner-up in the 2019 South African Derby. Those 4 classy individuals are backed up by maybe somewhat more hopeful entries in the form of Shenanigans and Silver God. Our penultimate trainer is Jeff Woodruff. He's entered last season's Oaks winner Secret Potion and Banner Hill. And last but not by any means least of the 49 entries at this first stage is the Alison Wright trained Flitchity by Far, who herself is an Oaks winner. The first round of declarations comes due on the 13th of May, and our first supplementary entries are on the 14th of May. Many of these runners will be racing at Turfentine on Saturday, the 4th of May in the Champions Challenge. We're going to follow all of these runners with interest as they progress towards their engagement on Saturday, the 6th of July at the 2019 Vodacom Durban July.